I want to share with you three dividend paying stocks I think whose earnings weren't justifying the dividends that I felt faced a possibility of a dividend cut. But these companies' earnings, their fundamentals have improved somewhat. So I'm going to share with you those three stocks. One of them is AT&T. I've posted about this before. Is AT&T's dividend really safe? And their dividend is over 7%. The stock has been dead money for the better part of a couple of years, but their earnings are finally starting to show up a little better, and they had a really good, better than expected earnings report. It looks like they're really able to maintain their dividend. The next one is Chevron. So you take a look at Chevron, 5.8% dividend yield. So there are dividends to be had that I'm feeling comfortable that the company's fundamentals will justify maintaining these dividends. There's nothing worse than buying a stock that's propped up just because of the dividend, and then you buy it, and then the company cuts a dividend, and now you're holding on to a company with not such a great dividend yield and a company with not such great fundamentals, and that's not really a good position. This is why I always say, don't buy stocks just because of a dividend. You've got to have the fundamentals to back it up. The last one is JP Morgan. And the dividend here is 2.66%, definitely sustainable. But I see with JP Morgan, because of rules from the Federal Reserve and money that they've been given and the stress test and all that, that banks are now allowed to buy back stock and raise their dividend payouts. So I see that these big banks as a lot of potential to raise dividends, not just pay dividends. And historically, companies that pay a decent dividend, that consistently raise a dividend, have done pretty well. There's an ETF for that if you'd like to follow. The symbol is VIG, VIG. It's the Vanguard Dividend Appreciation ETF. You could take a look at that. And that ETF focuses on large cap companies that have consistently raised their dividend.